I'm backing up my truck, I'm gonna hook it up, loading up my boat with all my gear. I've been working hard all week, trying to make ends meet, spending time wishing I was fishing. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing. Gather up your gear and come along. Whoa, Terry Wickstrom wants to take you fishing.
This is Terry Wickstrom. Join Karen Cullum, Greg Claudio, and me as we take you to some of our favorite fishing spots from Colorado to Minnesota, the Arctic Circle to Central America and beyond, as we revisit episodes of Mountain States Fishing and Angling Adventures Television on the best of fishing with Terry Wickstrom. Hey, I'm in northwest Costa Rica. Is that right, Becky?
That's right.
This is Becky Dalton. She's the proprietor of Special Places Vacation Rentals. Is that right? Did I get that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and it is a special place. We're going to tell you a lot more about her. Ben here, obviously we came here to do some fishing, but there's so much you can do here, and Becky's service can help you line all up. We're going to tell you a lot about that. You know, Becky, there's the zip lines and the horseback riding and the ATV and the Jeep tours. I did so much and I didn't even do any of that.
There's a lot to do here.
We may have to make another trip back. I'll tell you what we're going to do though. We're going to get you out in the water. We went fishing with Captain Gene Watson with the Flamingo II. By the way, we're in the town of Flamingo, Costa Rica. But we're going to get you out in the water. Then we're going to bring you back and we're going to tell you more about Becky's services and all the incredible things that there are to do right here in Costa Rica. Hey, behind me is the coast of Costa Rica, I guess is what we're sitting there.
That's what's there.
This is Captain Gene Watson, and we're going to go out and do some fishing. Now, Gene, we've got a short trip. We're just going to try to catch some fish. Before we get to kind of what we're going to do today, what kind of species do you normally guide for?
Normally we go for billfish, dorado, tuna, and we got a lot of bonus fish too, like the grouper. And that's what I was thinking we'd do this morning, go for the grouper and the snapper. if we find those, you'll get some action right away, and then you can see kind of what it's like.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Now, this place is famous for its billfish. We have a short amount of time, and I have little patience right now today. But we're going to get out there. We're going to try. We're going to drop for. We talked last night. We're going to drop for some grouper. And then he said there's some dolphins or porpoises that are pushing some tuna up. We'll see if we can get into those. And if we have time, we maybe go after a billfish. But you know, if we don't get time to really go after a billfish today, that means I have to come back.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get them, and you won't have to come back.
We'll see what happens. But we're going to get out there. We want to put Gene's website and contact information up right here, right now. We'll get it again at the end of the show, but I tell you what, we're gonna get all rigged up here, get out in the water. We're gonna do some fishing off the coast of Costa Rica with Gene Watson and the Flamingo II. Fishing for grouper here. Drop down. The key is the captain, Gene, positions the boat to try to hold it in the spot to compensate for the current while we drop down with bait to try to find grouper, which are incredible eating fish. A lot of people love them. Got something little on. Don't think we got a grouper. If we do, it's very small. So the crew is bringing it in just to take a look, clear the lines. But kind of excited. We've done a lot of fishing all over the world, but grouper is one species I haven't caught yet. So that'll be something to add to the checklist. Fortunate because of the way the wind, the currents, and everything are going. We're staying over the spot, which obviously he's got marked on GPS. Little fish here. I could have reeled it in if I wanted to, but I had to let the crew just bring it up. Snapper, yeah, we got a snapper. That's maybe a small fish, but they're great eating. Which type of snapper is that?
We call them red snapper.
Red snapper. So we got a red snapper. Do you keep that, Gene?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it may not have been a big sport fish, but boy, they're good to eat. Snapper. If you've had snapper in a restaurant, you'll know they're just awesome fish. That's just a bonus fish. We haven't even really gotten started yet. All right. I think we're hooked up on a grouper. A grouper, you think? It's got some pretty good pull. How deep are we, Gene? So in other words, it's gonna take a while. Is that what you're saying? Definitely some pull, there's no doubt about that. You know, everything in the ocean just fights so hard. As a freshwater fisherman most of my life, you forget just how hard things pull, and then you get them down 200-300 feet. Gained some line quickly there for a minute. I thought maybe it came off, but then it just was coming up easier. A few, huh? Captain just told me I may have a few on here because we dropped a multi-hook rig down to bottom. I've got 4 groupers on here. We'll see if the camera can get a shot of that. And one of them's pretty good size. We got, and the thing about these fish, folks, these are, if you've ever had grouper in a restaurant, these are fish we get to keep. And they're incredible eating. And wait till you see the biggest one. It's a great fish. And it's coming right now. Okay, can I hold this in here? It's my first grouper. How much does that one weigh, Gene?
About 15 pounds.
15 pounds. And what's a big one?
We can catch them up to 20.
Up to 20, so this is a nice one. We caught 4. I got 4 of them I reeled in all at once here. This is a good dinner, I would think, Gene. These are incredible eating fish. What we wanted to do, we're trying to show some of the diversity out here. So this is an incredible sailfish place. Sailfish and marlin, people love to come here for that. But as you can see, lots of other opportunities to catch big fish. I'll tell you what, put up a heck of a fight too. We're gonna get these put away and see if we can hook up just a few more of these. I tell you what an awesome experience. And even for landing 4 of them at one time was quite the reeling job. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, we're gonna get you back out in the water with Gene in just a minute to see if we were able to successfully complete our plan for fishing for the day. But before we do that, I wanna talk to Becky here a little bit about some of the other things there are to do here in Flamingo, Costa Rica. It's just, whether you're coming as an individual, a couple, or a family, it's almost overwhelming. There's so much, Becky.
There's a lot to do. I mean, you could stay here for 2-3 weeks and do something different every day.
Well, we talked in the beginning about the zip lines and the ATVs and the horseback riding. I didn't get to do any of those yet. I had a great time. No, we did go out and look at some of the beautiful beaches here. There's just tremendous beaches, and both light and dark sand. Just a beautiful swimming, warm water. Of course, you've got the great weather here where it's warm all the time. And then we went to a beach where there's fantastic surfing here in the area.
Yes.
People come from all over the world to surf here, don't they?
All over the world.
It's just a tremendous, tremendous place. But then we did take one day away from our fishing, and Becky arranged for us to go on a catamaran cruise. What was the name of that company?
The Hibiscus.
And the Hibiscus, and we'll tell you a little bit more about their information. We'll put it up on the screen. In fact, let's take you out to a little bit of that cruise and show you where they did what we did with them, snorkeling and cruising. Well, Judd, you know, we came out here and people are out snorkeling and there's just the beautiful scenery. In fact, the scenery is so beautiful, you even do weddings out here.
We do.
It's just awesome. People come out, you take a panga, take them into shore. But another great part of the trip is the food. I mean, you're cutting fresh avocados right now. What are you making?
We are making one heck of a chicken fajita bar here on Hibiscus today. But that includes our fresh guac. We prepare everything here fresh right when we get to the water.
We got the peppers and the onions sauteing. You're going to grill some vegetables. The chicken's on the grill out there. And you're doing the avocados fresh. I tell you what, it just doesn't get much better, folks. People get a hold of her and you arrange a trip down here. Today we're on a catamaran where people are out snorkeling. We'll probably get in the water, do some snorkeling. They actually fished on the way out here, so could have got even a bonus fish. Right. And so it's just awesome. They're going to cook us a meal. We're out here in the tropics. It's just awesome. So when people get a hold of you, you're not only going to set up the Watching Angling Adventures, a fishing trip, but they can go surfing, they can go catamaraning. Just there's a myriad of things, right?
Right.
And just anything they want to arrange, do they just call you, start with you, and get started that way?
Exactly. We have a full concierge service. We can offer the catamaran, fishing, ATV tours, zip line, surfing, whatever's in the area.
Well, let's enjoy some of it and have a good time. And we'll be back with some fishing in a little bit. Well, you know, that was so much fun on that catamaran. I mean, even the camera person ended up getting in the water and doing some swimming. And you know what? I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but they do wedding packages where they take them out where we were on that catamaran. Yeah. And you can help arrange a whole wedding trip like that, can't you?
Yes, we do.
Yes, I mean, do a lot of people come down here to get married?
A lot.
It's just tremendous. So, I mean, you guys, you want to get that one really great fishing trip and bring your bride down here, you know, how many of you guys get to fish on their honeymoon? But anyway, but you know what, while we're here, a lot of, you know, you manage to rent to a number of facilities, condos, rooms, you work with several motels, and a lot of the places that you can arrange for accommodations for people have full kitchens. They're houses, they're full condos, and so people can buy groceries, there's stores readily available to buy things and cook, but a lot of people want to get out. They're on vacation, maybe they don't want to cook, and you really, here in Flamingo, you just have a wide range of dining availability, don't you?
Yes.
We went one night, 4th of July it was kind of almost a nightlife-like place. They had a band playing. What was the name of that one?
The Mariner Inn.
The Mariner Inn, and they had a band playing, kind of more basic food, but a nice big bar, a wide open, great place. And then of course there's right up here, Angelina's, is that the place?
Angelina's.
And that's more fine dining, a little broader menu. And they have a great menu, and of course there's everything in between. And then the other night we ate at the place right downtown. Mauriceau's. And French type atmosphere, an incredible wine list, and the chef was just amazing, came out and talked to us.
Right.
So you just really have everything from fast food restaurants as you drive up and down the coast to the elegant fine dining. So really you can plan meals, and you can help people set up an itinerary with all those things, can't you?
Yes, and we also can arrange for private chef services to go into the home.
Wow, so somebody could come down here and maybe rent a house or a large condo, and you can have a chef come in and do the cooking, and you really can arrange just all levels of accommodations, can't you?
That's right.
Tell you what, we're going to tell you a little bit more about that, but let's get back out in the water with Gene now and just see how the rest of the fishing day went. All right. Whoa! Whoa! We're hooked up with something, I don't know what.
Get him tight. He looks like he just came off. Is he still on?
I don't know. Yeah, he's still on. Gene, do we know what it is? Tuna?
Yeah, we think it's a tuna.
Sashimi! I'll tell you what, tuna are one of the strongest fish. I caught tuna off of Cabo once, and they were tiny tuna, and they just pulled like crazy.
We can't tell anything about the size yet, Terry, but
What a powerful fish.
We'll see in a bit.
Wow. Good. Incredible. Fishing with Gene, Captain Gene, and the Flamingo II off of Costa Rica. Actually, I'm staying in the town of Flamingo II. Also, wow, powerful fish.
Looks like he's bending the rod pretty nicely, Terry.
Big, powerful fish. You know, everything that swims in the sea is so strong, Gene. Wow. I just never know on a trip like this what you're gonna catch. It's just unbelievable. What kind of tuna would this be, do we know?
Be a yellowfin.
A yellowfin?
Yeah, here he comes. Okay, yeah, boy.
Got him.
What a fish,
Whoa.
Terry.
All right. Oh, sashimi tonight, folks.
Nice
Good
going.
job.
Nice fish.
Captain Gene Watson. All right, guy, tell you what, folks. We'll tell you more when I rest, but what a powerful fish. You know,
Nice
tuna
fish.
have to be some of the most powerful fish in the sea.
I think they are. That's a really nice fish, too. That's going to be wonderful for dinner.
Oh, man, I can't even lift it. I got to put it down. What a beautiful fish. Well, Gene, we're heading in. The day went very much like you. Last night when we talked, you said, what do you want to do? What do you want to try? And I said, well, we got a very short time down here. We're obviously not going to get the touch on everything. And you said, I said, let's just make sure we get some fish. You said, well, we know we can drop on some grouper, have a good time, get some eating fish. We did that just bam, instantly. In fact, I caught 4 on one drop. That was unbelievable. That was just, my arms got tired from pulling them in. And we also talked that we could try for a billfish or two. We wouldn't have much time, but there were some dolphins were schooling up the tuna. And if there was a chance to get out there and try for a billfish, probably not gonna have much time, but maybe we could hook up a tuna. But we had a giant tuna just snap a line off on us. And then a little while later, we hooked up a really nice one when we got to the boat. And we got to see hundreds and hundreds of dolphins. I'll tell you what, folks, if you want to get up here and fish with Gene, whether you want to come up, Costa Rica is famous for its billfish. You've got marlin, you've got sailfish. You guys catch those all the time. It takes a little patience. Make sure you have some time and you're willing to put in the time and effort to do that. We're going to get some pictures of the billfish if we haven't already to show you that. But, you know, having a day like today, a lot of times people don't think about what you can do in a day like today. Just come out and see hundreds of dolphins, catch 20-pound fish, 20, 30, we caught probably a 15 and a 25, 30 pounder, and just all good eating fish.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great eating.
Gene, I want to thank you so much for taking us out today. It was just tremendous. Folks, if you're looking for an angling adventure, I'll tell you what, Costa Rica may be one of the best kept secrets in the world. Flamingo II, an incredible trip, incredible weather, and a great captain. You'll have the time of your life.
Thanks a lot, Terry. We'll see you down here.
Hey Becky, I gotta go, and I got to do about half the stuff there is to do here, but before I go, I want to tell people for sure about your service and have them meet some of your staff. So we've got, well, introduce some of your...
Okay, I have a fully bilingual staff here, 2 here today, Jimmy and Kevin.
And Jimmy, you actually went to high school by Boston somewhere?
Yes, Watertown, Massachusetts.
Watertown, Massachusetts. And Kevin, you've been up in California, visited the United States?
Right, I was there November last year.
And but you guys like it here better, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just this. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's fantastic. So you got a great staff, folks. One of the things I want to emphasize: we've been here a few days, and I've asked. There's a lot of expatriate Americans here. A lot of English-speaking people, a lot of Americans live here full time, but it's so comfortable and safe and stable here. Costa Rica has the most stable government in the Latin American countries, and the people here are so friendly. I mean, it's just such a sense of community. And you guys, I mean, it's just great people. You're going to be safe. You're going to have lots of adventures and lots to do here, and it's a tremendous place to travel. And Becky, if people come, whatever type of accommodations or trip they're looking for, you can set it up. Is that right?
That's right.
So, I mean, we're staying in a little 2-bedroom condo that's a little bit off the beach, and people can rent a car, or you can arrange transportation. They can get from there to almost everywhere. Plus, you have full-blown houses and condos right on the beach. Is that right?
We have a good variety, all sizes, all price ranges.
And you do a lot more than just get the place to stay, don't you? You have a full concierge service.
Yes. And that's what these guys do.
So what are some of the things people ask you to set up? Fishing trips, I'm sure.
Yeah, mostly they ask for like full-day tours and also a sunset cruise.
And you can set all that up, and you can do the canopy things, you can do the ATVs, so
Correct.
you can plan as much or as little of their entire trip right out of this office as they want.
Right.
All right, I'll tell you what, we got to go. For your next adventure, get a hold of Special Places. We got contact information up here. It is a special place. I've fallen in love with Northwest Costa Rica, the Flamingo. It's just awesome. And join us next week for Angling Adventures.